Welcome to Two Doctors Homestead. My name's Daniel, and this is Prepper Pantry Pick of the Week. We want to take you shopping with us this time again at our favorite farm supply store. We actually go there a lot to get food for the chickens and the pigs and the turkeys and all the different animals. So we go there a lot, and we figured it'd be fun to take you shopping. I suppose a lot of people haven't really been in a big farm supply store, so pretty cool experience. We want to share a little bit of that. Prepper Pantry Pick of the Week. We've been doing this for a while now, and every week we pick a food item from the store and we talk about where it might fit into your long-term food storage pantry, as well as look at what you get in the container, right? And this week's Prepper Pantry Pick is jalapeno red raspberry jam from Daz Jam Shop. Might have messed that one up. So it's jam, right? We generally make our own jams and jellies, but we thought it would be fun. It looked like a interesting one. We've never done the jalapeno red raspberry. We have done some Tabasco pepper jam. We grew a bunch of Tabasco peppers a couple years ago and made all sorts of different jams, cowboy candies, that kind of stuff, and that was a lot of fun. Haven't grown them. We didn't do any gardening this year, 2023 at least. We're going to garden in 2024. Just too busy, right? Too busy to do the garden. So I'm sure this year, as we get around to actually getting the garden set up, when the season gets here, we'll grow a bunch of peppers and probably make some jams and maybe make a video. We don't make videos on absolutely everything we do, but to jump into jam, right? So what do you get in this jar? This is a 16-ounce jar of jam for $3.99. And if you were stuck in your bunker and all you had was the jar of jam, if you were bugged out and you found this crashed in a wasteland, in a post-apocalyptic wasteland, and you're going house to house searching cabinets for food and all you found was this jar of jam, how would you be doing? Well, this is 32 servings per container, and it was $3.99. 32 servings per container, 50 calories per serving, 1,600 calories in the jar. So technically 1,600 calories puts you above the starvation level. So technically this is 1 day worth of food. It's not a ton of food, but it keeps you above the starvation level. The average calorie consumption per day, and we talk about this, is 2,000 calories. You know, if you're doing strenuous activity, running from zombies, you might need more calories than that, and that really depends on you, your physiology, your health and whatnot, your metabolism. But technically 1,600 calories keeps you above the starvation level, so this jar of jam could be counted as 1 day of food. Right, so it's 13 grams of carbs per serving. So if you ate the entire jar, you get 416 total grams of carbs, which is 120% of the recommended. But you get those 1,600 calories. Now, if you look at the nutrition fact, which is a bunch of tiny little zeros on everything except sugar, it's basically just sugar, right? 13 grams carbs per serving, 13 grams of sugar per serving. And it's 0 added sugars on that, even though it lists sugar as an ingredient. It's basically just sugar, right? It's jam, it's jalapenos, it's raspberries, sugar, water, fruit pectin, citric acid. $3.99 for 1,600 calories really isn't that bad. It's not as good price-wise as your rice and your beans and your flour and anything you could make yourself. But it's better than a lot of the other options. So I wouldn't recommend living entirely on jam, but if all you had was the jam, that's 1 day. Now this has 2 to 3 year shelf life on the container, right? So it's going to be good for a few years. You could buy it, put it in your pantry. They say store in cool, dry place, and it's going to last for a while, right? And as always, it may still be good, right? It doesn't expire the exact day listed on the Best By date. It may be good longer than that. You have to use your best judgment. Now I had mentioned that we do a lot of our own jams and jellies. Something interesting I found, which is if you look at the National Center of Home Food Preservation, even if you're following an established recipe, they recommend a 1 year shelf life, which was actually a bit of a surprise for me. We sort of treat it as though it has a much longer shelf life. So if you're making it yourself, if you want to follow some government guidelines, they say a year. So be wary, use your best judgment on anything more than a year old. Whereas the commercially packed, they're giving you a couple years on it. So it may be good after that, but you always have to use your best judgment. So as always, thank you for watching. Enjoy your jam, and we appreciate you.